You know, that was my first time messing around with it. Square. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I say it be two of them that pop up there. Mm-hmm. You got that hooping. Jets to hire Greg Williams. Vance Joseph got fired from the Broncos. Vance Joseph got fired from the Broncos and then got hired as the defensive coordinator at Arizona. They don't want them brothers being head coaches, but they'll get them as coordinators in a heartbeat. So I say, So icy. You got clearance this week. He say he's gonna beat you by 50.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tennessee Titans and the Houston Texans. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
I'm so icy.
I there.
What up, Goat Chain?
Right.
Goat Chain, yeah, it is him.
About to lose J. Real to Kim Folk.
Real cold, man. It's my personnel, like.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally.
Man, I'm tired of this.
They can run through. Didn't happen on that
upgrade on chart. I'm finna change him to a running back. Then use the upgrade.
Here's Luck now on second down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
Come on, Chart. Let me change it to a running back.
They'll get a couple yards
Edit
on that
player.
one. And all of a sudden here, it's third down.
Running back. Save changes. Upgrade. Receiving back. Elusive back. Should I go power back or elusive back?
Dancing to his left.
Breaking tackle. Power back.
Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge.
Ooh, stiff one plus 2, trucking plus 2. In there, Chuck.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Now that should have gone away.
Working on.
Boy, I couldn't use the upgrade. Might well use it, change it to a running back, then change it back to a wide receiver. Plus 2 stiff for him. I couldn't. Plus 2 trucking. Talk about to be out there busting through
the
you.
blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Gonna change Lamar to a running back. Using as a power. Upgrade his power. Good.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Nixon. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage.
They wouldn't let me
upgrade him, man. That time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. A shotgun snap for Love. And got a man. It's Woods. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Richmond, you're supposed to take this.
His first catch, good for 9 and a 1st down. The Texans with a first opportunity now from the red zone. 1st and 10 at the 19. And the pitch goes to Mixon. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
Corn Davis at 83, 73 to 83.
That's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have
One
some
season so
complementary
far.
runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
Mixon trying to punch it in. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His 19th touchdown now of the season. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point.
From 73 to 83.
Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 7-0.
Superstar development. Boy, about to be a 90. Definitely if he make the Pro Bowl. Let me see what they're looking like.
And send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Damn. He got 26 tackles, 7 sacks with a defensive tackle. Damn. He got 20 solo, 6.5. I know Raquan David. 22. 10 tackles for losses.
Jackson on 1st down. Flush to his right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away.
He might make the Pro Bowl.
And incomplete. The intended receiver
Groovy.
Steven Johnson. And now it's 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself
a few more sacks with him.
They're up around 24, 28,
Where he played on the inside.
And I think so because then you turn into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. Being chased out left. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They give him a gain of 38.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. He's
Goat man. Yeah, that's Chan.
In the end zone, touchdown, Tennessee. Will Fuller with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass. Defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To throw on 2nd down is Love. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
The point after is good, and that makes the score 14-7. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded at the 6. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. Let's see if they can get the ball moving again.
Well, we'll see if they can do it here. And out across midfield down to the 45. That one goes for 24 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On first down, it's Locke. And Matthews over the middle with a grab. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Second down, here's Love. That is caught at the 7-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing.
Swag
and I
up
think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage.
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there. With touchdown number
Boy had the angle on him, but went back outside.
Had the angle, but went back outside. Was trotting and went back outside.
Extra point forthcoming. Point after, right down the middle. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. He's got his man on the crossing route. Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place
I
for
need a good
methodically marching the ball downfield.
To hold
you
it,
can pick
block
it up
right
in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays. That's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson.
How do you...
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it.
How do you let somebody come right through the middle, man? And I'm blocking 5, man.
Boy, you had a touchdown right side. Goodness gracious.
But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very
you
quickly.
threw that thing.
And that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Detroit! Detroit! Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down, couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
That certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. To throw again is Jackson. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Detroit! Detroit! From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. In for the score, and the Titans are going to take the lead. And with the rules as touchy as they can be, it's so hard to complete a diving catch in the end zone, but he just did it pretty well.
How about him getting his body, his hands, everything underneath and around the football without it hitting the ground and causing some doubt in the minds of the people who have to look at this and possibly review it. What a tremendous effort and a great catch.
And now out comes Houston. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives, so a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator is a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Well, it's been an exciting sequence to watch. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Here's Luck. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
From the gun on third down, Luck. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. Now a first down throw, Luck. And it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29.
Brandon, this
That's
is
what we like.
Back there. He should know better
Put some pressure on folks. They get to doing that type of stuff right there.
And I think he knew this was trouble.
That's what we like.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. After the interception, here's Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Jackson on first down.
What kind of bull crap defense is that?
Just gets rid of it.
What kind of bull crap is that?
There looked like nobody open. Now second down.
Like, come on,
they
man.
got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Jackson now on second and 10. He'll rifle this one deep.
Bad pass, Lamar.
Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And that one incomplete. Had some position, but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. This secondary has
Hey,
been
throwing them
roasted
jump
in
balls.
this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care.
I
That
usually
dissuaded
don't.
them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Boy, throwing jump balls make me play different because I know they're going to catch one.
4th down, here's Jackson. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. It doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Now Jackson on 1st down. And over the middle, this is Parker. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And this one is right through. So we reach halftime here with the visiting Titans taking the lead into intermission. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out come the Titans now. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Escaping the pressure, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
That joker just let go.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
Like they just don't hold blocks.
Past the 30-yard line there. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Now it's Jackson, forced out to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Jackson now throwing on first down. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him.
You right there, man. Pick up the block. You are right there. Looking at it.
They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack.
Nah.
Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Offensive line plays so spotty on this game, bro.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Jackson from the shotgun. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. David Johnson on his way. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Lucky 56. Detroit!
From the gun, it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right.
Oh, up. Dang.
Now he'll let it go deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. A gain of 39 that time.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. Here's Jackson throwing again. Buying time to his left. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Everyone has their strengths, able to move to their right or their left, being able to throw the football. So that means you've got to work on both because you never know which way you're going to get flushed by pressure. In this situation, able to escape to his left and makes an accurate throw.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. David Johnson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Texans offense now readying for their first possession of the 2nd half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Throwing is long. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That one goes for 24 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Luck on first down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, You're really almost discrediting their work.
And his throw is incomplete. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And Luck will be intercepted for a third time. Picked off at the 20. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now Jackson on 1st and 10. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play that time for the Titans. 54 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. The first down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. It's a good pickup on the ground of 7 yards, and time has run out on this 3rd quarter. Back now in Houston, it's the Titans. They've got the football. They'll be looking to extend their lead here as we begin the 4th quarter. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Keep playing and I'm going to eat a lot of Peter roll.
Jackson. Quick hitter
My
here. It's
goodness,
complete.
bro.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown.
It ain't no R. Kelly song, big dog.
The Titans find a way to stretch their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought
is, let me get back to work.
Oh man, I was thinking you was gonna be able to black out it, man.
No.
Points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken as 4.
Oh.
And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Ooh. I need a good tight end for that.
On 1st and 10, Locke. And Matthews has it right side. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
All right, homie.
It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that plan any down.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston.
Why are you beat?
Robert Woods, his 6th touchdown of the season.
Like, why are y'all beat over there? Like, really, though?
And the defensive there, that was a battle. He just made a really nice play.
A really nice play, making sure his body position was correct. And how about the throw? Zipped it in there.
And it results in the touchdown. So now here's Luck as his guys will go for 2 here. Here's Locke. Steps away to his left. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
They begin the drive with Johnson, and he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Dancing to his left. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. And look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right side, and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. A big play that time for the Titans. 51 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Here's Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Hold a block, man. Dog.
Recover, and indeed, they will keep possession of the ball.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. William Jackson with a pick. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Love being chased out left.
Come on, Edmonds.
That would have been a hat trick, his third pick of the game. Instead, second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Really, Nicholson?
Trying to go back to Matthews there, and it'll bring up third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Throwing on third down. Locke. Flush to his right. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Ryan. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A very solid gain of 27. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
And
this is caught on the sideline. Are the feet in? They are. What a catch. That one goes for 36 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. On 2nd and 10, live. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 18, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning.
Detroit! Detroit!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Time for a break.
On to the ball,
we'll come back to wrap this one up after this. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Going deep here for Parker. He's got a man. Complete. A big play that time for the Titans. 55 yards. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in, but when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, it brings me right out of my seat.
Forced out to his left. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Well, yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too.
Green 39! Green 39! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Detroit! Detroit!
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw.
Oh, my goodness.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. The 40, 20, 10, and it's a touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
A big spot now for the Texans as they'll try for 2.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
After the interception, it's Love. Flushed out right. And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. A very pivotal 2-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the fourth quarter.
The attempt was to try to make it a one-score game, right? Touchdown, get 2, and now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Right there. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Man, I just need to get up out of here the way this dude internet tripping.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Buying time to his left. Now this is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Love. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 39. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Wide open receiver complete. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. From the gun, Jackson. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. In for the score. And the interception
that's good, baby.
The Titans D leads to a touchdown.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it? Yeah. This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
How stupid is that?
Here's a give to Mixon. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Now a hit and lock. Lost the football. It's out. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Titans, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Houston, it's a potentially fatal blow to their playoff chances as they drop to 6-7 on the year. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Buffalo Bills. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.